is a next-gen payment app. Users simply connect their existing bank accounts and external wallets and then use the app for all kinds of payments, including for fiat and crypto. With me is CEO Nils Tharandt Ortiz. Welcome, and just bring me up to date on what Paypolitan, what's the latest with the company?
Thank you for having me again here. Yeah, since we last met, we had a very strong growth, so I'm happy to announce that we have almost 140,000 app users. So that is a tremendous step forward we made past months, and yeah, we're targeting the 500,000 users end of the year.
Now, do you see them coming from certain parts of the world, or do you have any kind of data, like where your users are?
It's pretty much balance between North America. Southeast Asia is very strong.
Okay.
So Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, the Tiger States, then Europe, of course. I would say rather Western Europe.
Okay.
And there's still something missing from Africa.
Okay, well, you got to work on that.
We have to improve our marketing there, right?
So we did talk in Dubai a month or so ago, I guess
exactly.
It was. There was a lot of conferences, because I know I was there for the one, and then there was another one coming up. I mean, how did all that go? Seems like there's something going on in Dubai all the time.
Well, March definitely is the blockchain month in Dubai, so I attended 6 conferences and a number of gatherings and off-site meetings, so I spent almost a whole month in Dubai. That was very interesting for networking, because the important things go on off-site the conferences, right?
Yeah.
And especially we wanted to learn more about metaverse, the business opportunities we could have there. And that was very good, because not only we identified business opportunities, we also signed a white label deal with a company there.
Okay, so I was just going to ask you about that. Tell me about the white label deal.
Well, at this point I cannot tell you a lot, because the other party has the sovereignty of publishing this later, I think late May. They're gonna announce it, or somewhere in May. So basically they're buying the Paypolitan solution as a white label, and they're gonna add additional features like credit card payments and other features.
Now, you mentioned metaverse and kind of learning about that. How could Paypolitan fit into the metaverse, and do you have an avatar?
Well, actually, this white label deal, this is a purely metaverse project.
Okay.
So this is going to bring Paypolitan into the metaverse. And yes, I do have an avatar now. Yeah. Thanks to our friend Nico de Jonge from Blockchain Valley Virtual. He made an avatar, and I'm very happy, because I'm always fighting with diets in this period of the year. And with the avatar, it's very simple. On a simple click, I lost like 10 pounds.
If only it were that easy in real life, right?
That easy,
I'm liking the metaverse more and more. Okay, so tell me about the credit feature that you have launched or will be launching.
We are launching it next week.
Next week, okay.
So we did testings, and that was very, very positive. So we are implementing a peer-to-peer loan feature into the Paypolitan app. That means that users can get a credit from other users who provide liquidity with 16 different cryptocurrencies, and our EPAN token is used as a collateral. According to your credit score, credit rating, you have a certain collateral that has to be provided by yourself that's going to be locked with a smart contract. So that means if you don't reimburse at the end of the period of the loan you got, then this will be kept as a guarantee for the lender, for the borrower.
And then you had also talked about a SPAC IPO, perhaps.
Yes.
That's still in the works?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I came to New York.
Okay.
Meeting with more investors.
Got it.
That has a very, very, very positive feedback. To be honest, I underestimated a bit the amount of work that represents to be compliant also legally. So it's a big challenge for us as a startup company. I mean, we're almost 50 people working there, and this is an additional layer, but it's also a very good exercise for us to put everything everything in place to make the company really like a NASDAQ company compliant. And especially now we implemented the markups, so the revenues per user are not only disappearing in omnibus accounts, so every user has a revenue X now that we could identify just clicking.
Interesting. Do you have any kind of timetable for that? Or I know these are kind of fluid situations, but this year? Or?
Look, this is always depending on the market. Since we spoke last in December, the market, especially the fintech values, dropped by 50%. So that's also a fact. So we have to get the right momentum for that.
Okay.
So I think by end of the year we will have a better view on that. When will be the right moment for that? Because we have to choose this carefully in order to have a successful race. Because beyond this big IPO, we're planning a PIPE. So that means we're going to raise some funds in addition to this big IPO.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I want your take on crypto in general, Nils. I mean, it's been an interesting year. We've seen, of course, the Russia invasion of Ukraine that didn't really have an impact on the price of Bitcoin, and maybe a little bit positive. I mean, how do you see things?
Well, of course, I don't have the crystal ball either. I would say the Ukraine conflict sadly showed as well that crypto is not disconnected from traditional markets. So all the stock markets dropped, so did the crypto values. I think they're gonna be a peak, maybe by summer, by early summer, we will have a new peak. But for the rest of the year, I rather forecast a side movement.
Mm-hmm. And I know you have workers in Ukraine. Are they?
Yes.
Are they okay?
So I would like to pay all tribute to them. Unfortunately, we couldn't get everyone out of the country. So I keep my fingers crossed and pray God that they're going to stay safe.
Absolutely. So thank you so much.
Thank you for asking.
Yep.
Thank you.